Live. Boom. We are live, guys. Hey, everybody around the world. Thank you. We have today a very special rider here. This is the Turbo. No need no
How's it going, guys?
presentations. Hello. This man loves AUCs.
Oh
And
yeah.
but first of all, we're going to start like always. The first question. But before, I just going to tell. Don't forget, we are in three platforms. It's free. It's just for us to bring information for the riders. I just going to make my question, my friend. Turbo, what was your first PV electro device? How that at the start? How do you find? How they find you? Tell us a little of your background. Or how do you start in this sport?
So I started around 5 years ago. I got myself a Meepo V3, and that was my first PVE. It's a skateboard,
Mhm.
and I got it to commute to work. My son was going through brain cancer, and just commuting through the subway was just too many germs. People don't pay attention, picking their nose, grabbing the handlebar. You don't want to be around that. Just stay away from people as much as possible. So I figured, let me get myself a PVE and see what's this all about.
And my friend, the beginning of the adventure is the day like. It's like a dream that you are enjoying because you are racing, you are riding. How many times do you use that in a week today?
I use it every day. I work on my wheel. I do deliveries throughout New York City.
Oh, that is great, my friend.
I used to do electrical,
Uh
but
huh.
just because my son was going through cancer, it was kind of hard for me to leave my job and come back and leave. Deliveries is more you work when you want to work. So, you do what
And
you have to do.
yeah, my friend, to survive, we have to do it. And let's put it this way: and riding in New York is not easy, and
Oh, no.
it's very.
Everybody's in a rush. Everyone has a place to be, unfortunately.
Big city, always busy and never sleeps. That is the important thing. So then you take this. Now that we put your son in a question, that was like a little freedom for you using the PVs too.
Yeah, it was easier for me to avoid people and bring, since my son was going through chemo
Hmm.
and his immune system was very, very low. It was easier because I was going from work to hospital, from hospital to work, from work to hospital, and that was like a whole year. So, I needed to figure out how to save money and commute without really being around people.
My friend, I don't like to put the private life in the middle. You talk about that, and it's very sad when we have our kids. I have three kids, and I know how difficult if that happens to me. I have the luck that don't happen, and I love so much of my kids, and I know that for you was very hard, for
Yeah,
sure, 100%.
it's definitely something that it's hard to overcome, but
Uh-huh.
it's just you have to be strong for your children, and
Hmm.
you just keep your head up and keep moving forward.
Yeah, my friend, that is the important thing is for you to. I think we have more respect for guys like you who passed for that and be strong. I think that make you grow up and has more responsibility. And if you have done this, that is the important thing. And the support for your wife, for you, in this thing for the
Yeah.
people who don't have kids, they don't know what is having so a situation. But I hope that everything comes better and better every day for all of you.
Oh yeah.
But
It's
now
he's
go.
improving.
Yeah, he's going to come better, my friend. I'm going to
Oh yeah.
pray for him and everybody who has have to thank the best, and he's going to have a fantastic future. Maybe we're going to see him in the future riding a PV.
Oh yeah. There's gonna be a picture coming soon. He keeps staring at it every single time I come by. He's just looking at it like he's very interested.
So first of all, I just want to say to everybody's coming, if you have any questions, leave in the comments. We have a director person, iTuber by Nelson from Minnesota, USA. That is from Spartacus. Okay, I just want to
What's
ask
up,
you like this.
Spartacus?
I just want to ask you like this: uh, how many years do you have now riding?
So I spent around, I would say, 6 months on a board,
Hmm.
and then I came across a guy on a unicycle in Central Park, and I was just so amazed. And ever since I saw him there, rode his wheel for the first time, didn't
Hmm.
even need to practice, just got on it and rode it. Uh, I fell in love, and that's been 5 years ago. So
Hmm.
5 years on a unicycle, around 6 months on a board.
But let us put it this way: 5 years ago, that was the beginning. I think AUC was not so strong like today. You
No,
see, you
no,
see,
there was like maybe 10, 20 people that would ride.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just want to say hello to Mono Auto.
Mono, Sean, what's up, brother?
I just want to say like this: New York was one of the cities who start to use the AUCs in the beginning. I think most of the people
Well,
around they don't
so
know so
Sean
much.
came from France and he brought them from Europe.
Uh huh.
And he was the very first guy in New York City. At the time, I wasn't with the community. I was
Mhm.
in Chicago,
Mhm.
and then I moved back to New York. And
Bro, Chicago is good. The guys are good riding in
yeah,
Chicago.
Chicago is a big city. I
My
went
God.
to DC groundings out
Uh
there,
huh.
the
Uh huh.
Chicago groundings, and we had over like, I would say, 200 riders on the
Mhm.
street just riding and just enjoying their time.
Oh, my friend. And Chicago, you have to be careful. Chicago is a big city, but a bad city. Everything
Oh, don't
together.
get it wrong. Like, listen, everybody got their bad parts in every city, you know?
My friend, I'm not telling is bad, but is like me. I live in Brazil. My wife comes out of Brazil,
Okay.
and believe it, being in Rio is a beautiful city, and as is bad sides from the city, but that don't mean that that is not a bad city. That is a fantastic place to live, and I recommend for everybody to go there in holidays. And Chicago, I will be very pleased to come and see the guys in Chicago to ride, or in New York. And I think we cannot talk about is everything. Maybe you are in a fantastic place, all you or something like that, and can happen. Every
Yeah.
place can happen, my friend. If you go to Berlin in Germany, there is places you cannot come. You go inside. It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why don't matter where you are. But now the positive thing is like this, my friend. In these 5 years, how do you see the evolution, and why do you change for a skateboard to a AUC? What was the
Um,
reasons?
so the reason I changed, I felt like it was more practical. Like, you don't have to carry it when you're walking. You just pick up the trolley and you walk. It's smaller, it doesn't take that much room, and you get more range out of the
Hmm.
battery at the time. Now
Okay.
they're making bigger boards with more batteries, but they're so heavy, it's like the same thing. And it's just, I rather carry a trolley around and just push the trolley than, launch a skateboard around.
Okay, good that you talk about that. I think it's important. You was in an important race this that was last year, and today that is bigger. But now we're seeing the evolution of AUCs. Talking about AUCs, you're seeing that they come in bigger, heavier. Do you think that is the evolution for us?
Oh yeah. I think I think they're not going to get any much heavier. I don't think they should get more than, I would say, 130 pounds. After that it just gets kind of like ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And 130 pounds wouldn't be considered like, I feel like, a race wheel, depending
Uh
on
huh.
where the weight is. Like the V13 right now, most of the weight is in the motor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 113-pound wheel, but all the weight is in the motor. So you don't feel the weight when you're tossing the wheel side to side.
Okay.
But when you get on a Master Pro, the weight is mostly on the batteries because it's such a big battery wheel. It's 4,800 watt hour.
Mm-hmm. But
That means,
for
so,
you, my friend, but putting like this for you, I know that you ride a lot of AUCs. and you are one of the guys who know what you are talking. First of all, just making free propaganda for everybody's out there. Don't think we are winning money with this. Is a person who sponsor Turbo, and I think we have to recommend because they make not just they sell it, but I think they make most of the events. They this guys.
They represent and they help out most of the events. Yes,
Yes, that's why I'm going to leave
they're
the link
very
there.
very great company. They sell scooters. They sell
Talk
unicycles.
a little, make a little propaganda for them. I think is important because I know that they help a lot the riders, and that's
Yeah,
what we need: more companies supporting the riders around the world.
the owner himself, he's a great human being, great heart. He came to New York. He saw my love for EUCs, and he came to me and he was like, "Hey, would you like to come out and represent Rev Rides in this race?"
Hmm.
I'm coming off an accident, so I can't really compete like that. My back kind of hurts and my toe hurts, but I came out. I was like, I
I mean,
love
you
the
came with
sport.
a strong team, my friend.
What is it?
You came with a strong team there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's a great guy. Douglas, actually, the guy that won
yeah,
the
yeah, I was
race.
here with Mini too.
Yeah, he's
But
a
you have,
Douglas is a great guy. Awesome.
yeah, and guys, believe it or not, that you guys, I think in the ladies you win, and most of them you was in first places.
Oh yeah,
He has
and
a big, he has a nice team.
and we're having different genders of racers. From Maribel, she won the
Uh huh.
division, the
Yeah.
sportsman division, which was males and females, which was very very impressive.
That is
She
the other thing we're going to talk about it too, about talking about the ladies riding today. But
Yeah,
I think this company is doing a lot of good jobs. I have to talk about
yeah.
the alien rides is coming.
They even go into their wheels like the King Song S22 had a motor problem
Hmm.
and they had to pin all the motors. They were doing all the motors for before even the customer would get the wheel, so they wouldn't have the problem when they would ride, and something would happen to the rider. They really do care about the rider. They do care about what you think and how you feel about the ride.
And that's what we need, my friend.
Yes.
Persons who do that. So I was just sharing for everybody in WhatsApp and in Telegram. Uh, Continue, my friend. Today, what are you riding?
So right now I have a Sherman OG.
Mm-hmm.
Came out around 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I have approximately maybe 36,000 miles on it.
I'm going to share. I'm going to show the picture, guys, for you guys to see the difference between
Yeah,
your
the
Sherman,
Sherman S, and
the
it's
fit.
so big, but it's so comfortable. I'm telling you, it's like people. Okay, when the Sherman came out, everybody was like, "Oh my god, that wheel is so big! Like,
Yeah,
why is it so big and so heavy?"
I
Now
young.
look at us. We're just going
Yo
and
yo.
going.
But my friend, look into two types. First of all, one is with suspension. This one was with a suspension.
Yes, that's the V13.
Yeah, but the V13 you can have it with and without suspension.
Yes, it's that one's with suspension.
Okay, that's why. Uh, my friend, do you think the suspension is going to be the future, or
Oh yeah. So listen, I was against suspension 2 months ago. I was so against suspension. I felt like the old classic wheels without suspension, a little bit lower to the ground.
hi bunny, the V13 could replace my Sherman and I'll make
It,
my
it
wheel.
could. It's all depending on how many miles you ride, buddy.
Yeah.
Uh, the V13, if you ride at like I would say 20 25 miles an hour, 40 kilometers
Mm-hmm.
an hour, you should be fine with around 50 miles, maybe 60
Okay.
if you're not torquing it and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But the battery, it's not a long range battery, but it's a very very comfortable wheel.
Okay.
It's one of the wheels that you get on it and you're like, whoa, this feels different, you know.
I have. Yeah, but putting this way, my friend, you having a Sherman, the evolution in I think in this last year that came so many AUC out in 22 and now in 23 I think is going to be more
So
crazy.
we had around like 14 wheels come out.
That's
The
the
year
big goat.
before
The
we
big
had
goat was
four.
like yeah. The big goat was like chick, 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 chick,
Yeah, they're like.
every month you come to a moment you say
Well,
so
I feel like Begode is making wheels that are more. I would, they have the exoskeleton kind of look. Everything's outside, nothing is covered. People are taking the batteries off one wheel and putting it on another, and I feel like it's going to be more of like a universal versatile play between wheels. If you have a master and you have the battery and you don't care about the battery, you can just buy a shell of another wheel and just ride that if you want
I
it,
hate
you know?
yeah. Guys, thank you for coming now. The people are starting to come. If you have any questions to Turbo, leave it there. And we're going to try to answer you guys, okay? I just say to hello to everybody's coming and let's continue. And we have here another.
Yeah,
I
bunny
want to,
slippers. If you come to New York, let me
yeah,
know. I
yeah.
got a wheel for you if you ride unicycles. Oh, well, you do. You said you did. But let me know. I can definitely lend you a wheel so you can ride around in New York City and visit.
Don't forget, guys, we are in Facebook. If you don't like YouTube or if you don't like, we are in Twitter. And share it, guys. I think it's important. Two boys here. We're going to have around 1 hour or a little more. We'll see how it's going to go the conversation. I think he has lots to talk, lots of experience, and that is good for our community to have people who can share. Uh, let's put it this way, my friend. When you started, do you imagine that? This AUC or this the PV is going to be so strong like it is today?
No, definitely not. When I started, I felt like you had the brotherhood and the friendship that you created with people that were in the community
Hmm.
was very strong, but I didn't think it was gonna, become, racing and, competing against each other. I felt like it was more like, uh, the biker gangs,
Yeah, I understand.
you get with your friends, you go for a ride, you go to the bar, you go eat, and you go home.
Because if you see New York before in the beginning was lots of skaters, lots of electro skaters, and because of the boosted board and everything. And
Oh yeah.
today you seeing that the AUC is like the name in New York. You see lots of skaters, but the AUC coming bigger and bigger. I see the communities inside of all the platforms, and New York is very big.
I feel like I don't know. We never really looked at it this way, but I feel like the scooter community might be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, there is a question here. I'm going to put it here. I think is like this. I know that you ride a Sherman, and today we have the Sherman X with the
S,
suspension. Yes,
the Sherman
the
S. Yeah.
S. Uh, what do you think about we having a fantastic machine, the Sherman, and today coming this new? Do you think they has improved? Do you
Uh,
think this suspension is going to be not so like because the people is like crazy want to buy it and everything?
so my point of view for this wheel, and a lot of people in New York know my point of view because we
Hmm.
we had a discussion at our headquarters for like an hour the other
Hmm.
day. I personally, for like my use, I use wheels every day. I put out around from 60 to 120 miles a
Hmm.
day on my wheel. Um, I don't like that wheel. I feel like they tried a little bit too hard. Um, the knobs where the suspension kind of sticks out hurts my calves when I turn. It
Uh-huh.
hits my calves. It rubs on it. Um,
Do you
they
think that is going to be like the first Sherman and the Sherman Max that was in the beginning was some problems with the first Sherman, and then with the second Sherman they put everything together, and today we have a big machine like the Sherman Max is good. Everybody loves it. You see, like the guy from Wrong Way, he was talking about 2 days or 3 days ago that he buy
Yeah, he bought a Sherman. He bought a Sherman Max for more
yeah,
practical use,
yeah.
and I agree with him because for more practical, more reliable wheel that you need working all the time, the Sherman Max or the Sherman OG is the perfect
Mm-hmm,
wheel for that.
mm-hmm,
It's not gonna disappoint you, and it's not gonna just you're gonna charge your wheel if something's not right with the battery. It's not gonna charge.
mm-hmm.
You don't have to sleep with one eye open nonstop. They did implement that in the Sherman S, which is good, but I don't like the wear and tear that it has. It has some kind of rubbing on the
Mm-hmm.
suspension when it moves up and down on the shell inside. There's a little bit of rubbing on a person that's heavier set like me and taller. I feel like that rubbing will be a lot harder, and it's
Okay,
over 10,000 miles. Let's see how it goes. You know,
okay. But you think in the future they can uh,
fix that.
yeah, or think you think it's going to be difficult because of everything
I feel like
the
they can
design?
fix it. I think they can fix it. It's just a piece that they have to add with some rollers. The Commander Pro actually has those rollers.
Uh-huh.
If you know a little bit, the Commander Pro is like the
Mm-hmm.
copycat of the Sherman
Yeah,
S.
yes, yes.
So
How do you see? I see not so many videos from the Commanded Pro.
well, we
I
we have one right now in the United States, and Marty
okay,
has it.
yeah, yeah. I see the video from him. I was
Uh,
looking. He was with the Sherman X. He was with the Commandant Pro and everything. I was talking
yep.
about that, and
We'll see. I have high expectations for that wheel. Also, another wheel that I have high expectations for is the EX30. That's the
okay.
wheel that I'm really looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
It
That is
has a new motor.
134 volts.
What is it?
Is with 134 volts too.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's 134 volt and it's a
Yeah.
new motor. It's the C40 motor.
Yeah, but do you think you are with 100 volts? Do you think the 134 volts is going to be the future too?
Oh, for racing and
Yes.
for having more acceleration and more punch to the wheel, definitely. I feel like it's gonna be the
But
future.
do you think we need it?
Uh,
Like we're going to put it like this: 5% race, 95 of the people ride. Do you
yeah.
think the people is going to need this all this power, or do you think that is more maybe when you race when you want to go, like I
Some
I
people
don't.
need that kind of power.
Okay.
Like in New York City, you need that kind of power to accelerate. Let's say something's coming behind you and you see an opening and they're
Mm-hmm,
going 5-10 miles quicker than you. You want to jolt forward so that you can accelerate quicker, so nothing's happening. You don't
mm-hmm.
crash into the car that's parked in front of you, or the car crashes behind you into
But
you.
let's put it this way, my friend. When we are talking about 100 volts or more, up 100 volts, I think 100 volts is the perfect. Was 84 before, then we came to 100. Now we are talking about 134 volts. Don't you think we're going to have lots of cutouts or something like that?
I don't think we're gonna have a lot of cutouts.
Because we see like the Zendli, he was with a problem with this bigot, and that is always the question. Because in the beginning, when you start, that is my opinion. I think you guys, like you are the guys who test most of the products, and you give the feedbacks.
Yeah, we're the test dummies. We're definitely
You are the guys who say, okay, you test it and then we fix it.
yeah.
Don't you think talking about 1,000 miles is not when start the problems, like the Sherman X? We are talking about him, but not many persons has more than has not 1,000 miles of riding.
I don't know. There's a Sherman S that we had for a couple months in the States. I think the Black Cobra has it right now.
Yeah, the back cover is already now. It's
Yeah,
starting now.
I think that one is close to 1,000.
Okay.
And I told him on his live, I want to see how the wear and tear is.
Because he's a big guy.
It's a bigger guy, and mostly that wheel was used for jumps.
Hmm.
More harder conditions on a wheel than just riding around the city from point A to point B.
For you, my friend, what is the wheel? Before we go to that, there is a question here from a guy. We're going to put some questions. The V, how do you compare the V13? Because we don't see the
So,
V13
Bunny,
and the Monster.
do you mean the Monster Pro or the Master Pro? Because
Monster Pro.
if you're talking about the Monster Pro, the V13 has a suspension,
Then you
and
cannot compare
and,
it.
and you can it's just more comfortable riding style than the Monster Pro.
But if you see the Monster Pro is very the guys in New York and the
Hmm.
guys from Chicago, they love it a lot to ride.
Yeah, they do. August and
Yeah,
Airbender, they love
and
that
Paul
wheel.
and yeah.
Yep.
But the guys from Chicago, like the guy who makes the seats, what's the name?
Rob.
Rob,
Yep.
Robert.
Yep.
They changed from the like Robert. He changed from the
So
Sherman
you
to
with
Monster.
that wheel, you have so much power whenever you want it. Yeah, you can't torque it because it's such a bigger wheel, but it has it whenever you want it there.
Okay.
And it's just such a large wheel with so much battery that you can just
Hmm.
keep going and going and going without charging, you know?
The V13. Do you try any of them without the suspension?
No, unfortunately, we didn't take off the
Okay.
suspension off the V13.
Okay. Because there is a video of the guy from China who has the two of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he said that without suspension, forget it.
yeah, it's different. I feel like it will be. I don't know.
But
I,
put it
I would,
this way, you as a racer,
yeah.
do you think the suspension is good for a race?
Oh yeah. So when I went to AVS, I just wanted to see how everybody would compete because obviously I'm not 100%, and I didn't want to further injure myself.
Uh-huh.
So I wanted to make sure that I'm okay, that I was good. Hold on, let me see.
Okay, but
After
after 36,000 miles of the Sherman, one-
so
but
so I'll tell you the part. So after I would say 1,000 miles, I was practicing backwards,
mhm,
and my Sherman fell on its side, and it got the BMS issue. So I bought the wheel from Jason from eWheels, and he's really good with servicing and
mhm,
whatever problems you have with it, he just takes care of you. So
mhm,
he sent me a fixed battery pack, and I put that back in my wheel. That was my first issue in 17,000 miles. After 17,000 miles, I got into a car accident. A car ran a red light right in front of me, and I
mhm.
smashed right into it. Um, yeah, my toe was like this. Hold on,
Uh-huh.
let me see if I can grab a picture. But
Do you have in your Instagram?
no, I'm going through something. So you know,
My friend, you guys are crazy. That finger is really messed
yeah.
up.
So now, like, I have arthritis in my toe. I'm going to surgery in 2 weeks to fuse that
Mhm.
uh, joint so that
Yeah.
it stops hurting. I can't walk for more than like 5 minutes without my toe hurting. So, hence of why I ride this wheel so much too. It's because it's easier than walking. Like, you don't need to bend your toe. You can just control it with one foot if you like to. You know,
Oh my god.
but
So, putting this way, there is another person who put here that the suspension we have now in the wheel still not impress me. Do you think
it's more moving parts, more issues, and that's a
That
lot.
is the question, because we see most of the wheels the people are asking. Now I have to take this part. I buy a wheel of $3,000 to $4,000 or $5,000. Now I have to put this parts extra, the other parts extra, because
Yeah,
you have to put your pedals. You have to put the
or a different
suspension.
suspension. Yeah,
Then, if you don't have it, of course, then you have to put it the pets, everything is like when you see you are with 6 7,000 euros and you don't have not everything, then you have to I was listening that the guys who have the Sherman, who has the S22, they changed the tires too, because the tires is not
the knobby tire. Please, God,
the
wait, get rid of it. Just burn all your knobby tires. Just burn them all.
what we see in the S22 and in the Sherman, the pedals, do you think they are the future, or that is just for the competition, for you
Um,
to expend more money again?
I feel like it is for better turning. So higher
Okay.
pedals
Uh-huh.
let you turn sharper
Mm-hmm.
around the corners without you scraping your pedal
Yeah.
on the floor or scraping it too hard and then tossing you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to one of the New York guys at the AVS in the final
Okay.
race, because at one of the turns he turned too hard and the master behind him was turning even harder. So he
Mm-hmm.
thought he can turn harder and he turned way too hard and clipped too hard and flipped over.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, there's advantage
That
on
was an
higher
epic
pedals,
end, huh?
but it's annoying
Yeah.
if you're riding in the city and you have to keep getting on and off, and it's like Captain Morgan. You're
Mm-hmm.
like standing on a giant barrel with your foot, and you have to like step down a whole foot. It's not comfortable.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I
Then
understand what you
then
mean.
it's all depending on what you're doing and what kind of riding you're doing throughout the day. If you're comfortable with staying on your wheel nonstop and pendulating and going back and forth and not getting off your wheel, suspension way is the way to go. But otherwise,
Or if you are in a city that the roads are all messed up, like New York, for you guys is like suspension
suspension is
is.
the way to go. To tell you the truth, in New York,
Yeah, I know
my
that, my
my
friend.
knees. I've been riding the Master for the past 2 weeks
Uh-huh.
because my Sherman actually the axle broke.
Uh-huh.
So after 36,000 miles, the axle finally gave out.
You put me in a bad situation, my friend, because I was talking with you about the Sherman, and I buy the Sherman, and now you put me in
No,
a.
no. Listen, listen. Are you really gonna put on 36,000 miles? How
Yes,
many miles do you ride throughout the year?
my friend, I'm a guy who makes every day. I don't know in miles, but maybe close to 100, maybe every day.
Okay, 100
I
miles.
ride a lot.
So yeah, so 2 years
I
for
was I
a
was I
wheel
was
that.
thinking I was thinking Sherman Max, because Sherman Max is a very safe thing. But everybody's telling, okay, suspension, guys, suspension. If you're buying one or the other one, I have the Z10. I
Okay,
love this. I have with the motocross, a race motor, a different tire. I changed it because
did
I
you
hate.
did you mod it so it goes quicker?
Yes, yes. I have. I
Yeah,
put the two of them together.
yeah. That
Because
turns into a rocket, man.
yeah,
That
yeah,
little
yeah. I
wheel
know, I
turns
know, I
into. It's
know.
like whoa.
And I
Why didn't
changed the
just I can
tire
just
because
pull?
the original tire, the tire is like this, and then is always sending you to the left or to the right. And then I put a race tire, but it's very big, bigger than the normal, and it's perfect to go and very fast. But continue to you, my friend. First of all, do you like that yellow so much?
So I was a big fan of black and red,
Because you,
and
my friend,
everybody's doing black and red.
because this one is all of your machines is like.
Now it's black and yellow. Every wheel is gonna be black and yellow. That's my signature colors.
That is great. I think that is first of all, I like to see the people, for everybody's out there. I have lots of boards and lots of machines, and I don't like to have original. I think it's always a problem when you are in a group, right? That everybody is with three or four machines the same, and you have to go there and to find yours.
Yep.
This one, everybody's going to know is yours.
Yep.
Okay, that is from
That's the
Turbo,
whole point.
and I think that is your signature.
Signature colors,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I think is what represent everyone. So the day you write a lot in New York alone, or you write in group rides, or what is?
So I used to ride a lot with people in New York, and just people. I recognize that people don't have the same kind of common sense to writing
Mm-hmm,
as I do,
mm-hmm,
and they get too close and causing my life in danger.
mm-hmm.
So I choose to stay away from group rides. I'll go to like certain group rides that I know that are like mainly of.
You are like me today. You choose well which person do you write. People that you know what they are doing, and
Yeah, I
and
just
you feel
I
safe for
I
yourself.
can't. I've done the Broadway Bomb 3 years in a row. I've won it 3 years in a row, and I can't do it anymore. I'm not going to be doing the Broadway Bomb. It's just too dangerous of a race.
Yeah, I understand, my
Um,
friend. That's it. Replacing it is just talking.
so yeah, so I did replace the bearing, but I replaced the bearing after 17,000 miles, and because of that accident, I didn't have any other issues with the bearing, and I ride in snow, salt, rain, mud if I have to.
And burn the control board and my
Yeah,
EUC.
my board is still going. 36,000 miles later, it's still going strong. I'm not pushing it as hard because I
I love
definitely
black
don't
and
don't
red.
want it.
My X-Men. Talking about this, my friend. Talking about the big goat. There is always the question that everybody makes me in the groups. It's like this: what is for you the better from the two of them, with the torque or with the speed?
So Begode, when the OG Sherman came out and
Mm-hmm,
Begode, the difference is with the Sherman you couldn't accelerate off the start. You would have to get to like 15 miles an
mm-hmm,
hour and then you can accelerate hard. Otherwise, we'll have that low voltage cutout, like low speed cutout.
mm-hmm,
That's why the everybody was liking the EXN because it was just very similar to the Sherman,
mm-hmm.
similar size, but it had that great acceleration off the start. But with the Sherman, it had a higher, better top speed, as in it can accelerate to that top speed quicker. So in the end of the day, the Sherman can catch up. It's all depending on how the rider is comfortable in pushing. I was capable of pushing that Sherman from 20 miles an hour to 50 miles an hour in like 2 seconds, maybe
Wow.
less.
Okay, that is good,
It's
man.
all about how you apply your pressure. And it's just, since I'm a taller guy, I have a
Mm-hmm,
lot of weight up here. So if I just lean forward a little
mm-hmm.
bit, it's automatic torque because I'm pushing my weight forward, and it's so much weight that I have on my, you know, shoulders than the smaller guys.
But you as a rider, I'm going to put it like this: seeing all these wheels that you see, I know that all the wheels they are fantastic. Seeing the all the wheels that you see till today, what is the ones for you? We are talking about you, my friend. Which ones is for you that you feel safe riding?
Right now, definitely the Sherman OG.
Okay, that is a machine that is like. Do
I
you?
will, if somebody has a cheap one with low miles, like not a cheap one, but like one for like 2,000 with a
Yeah.
1,000 miles, I would definitely go buy another one.
Yeah, I'm asking you this because, my friend, I think, what is EUG for me to understand?
What is it?
What is a AUG. You say Sherman AUG. What is the
OG.
OG?
So that's the original Sherman,
Okay, that is the first one. Okay,
first one, not the
but
Max, not
why
the new.
why the original one and not the Max?
So the Max has lower top speed. It starts beeping quicker than
Okay, and you
than the
cannot change
regular.
it.
You cannot change it.
Okay, but
The with
don't
the
you have
software updates that they have for the Sherman Max are just software updates to make
that is saved updates?
it's safe updates. Yes,
That
even
is
with
not
with the Sherman S, the new update that they have to unlock the top speed, because
okay.
you heard about that or no?
Yeah, no, no, no. Tell me a little more, please.
So when you get the Sherman S, it comes with regular software
Mm-hmm.
where the lift test only goes up to 60 miles an hour when you lift it to see how fast it goes. After you do the speed, after you do the update, it goes up to 73, 74 miles an hour
I'm seeing
for the
the
speed.
I'm
And
seeing
that's
the
an
guys here.
100-volt wheel, you know?
Yeah. But I'm
So,
seeing the guys here. The original gangster Sherman.
yeah, OG.
That is good. That's why I love the comments from the guys. So, okay, let's put it this way. Then you change again my. That's why I love to do these interviews, my friend. I learned so much from you guys, because I was some Shermans here to sell the original ones,
Yeah,
and I did not pick, and they was with a good price,
yeah.
and because I was okay, that is not so safe, and now you are changing again my mind of
So I'm not the only guy in New York City that has high miles on his Sherman. And there's a guy named Jose. He has around 48,000 miles on his Sherman,
wow.
and it's still going. And he had minimum problems. I think he changed his bearing only once. He changed his tire after 32,000 miles, his knobby tire, and it
Hmm.
was like basically bald.
Hmm. So that means do you think that was a good idea for me to buy the Sherman, or you give me another opinion that you say now? So maybe the
For now,
Mhm.
yes. If you're just getting, a wheel that you want to commute and you want it to be practical, you
Uh-huh.
want it to be safe, and you want it to always be working for you, that's the wheel to go.
Okay, but okay, let's put it. The V13 is expensive. We are talking about around $1,000 more.
Oh,
Yes, it's. Do you think the V13 is going to be a machine that we're going to see a lot?
oh yeah.
Uh, uh,
Oh yeah.
because it's not for everyone. I see small guys, and they are very compact in this machine because that is too tall. That is very
Yeah.
big. It's
I personally think a lot of people are gonna go with the safer option.
Mhm.
It has a smart BMS. You can read the cells. You can monitor your battery packs at all time. Um,
But that comes the question, my friend. There is lots of people don't know nothing about the specs. They don't know nothing about what is battery, what is that. They just go. Most of the guys you see riding
but a
AUCs
lot
is
of a lot of people know that lithium batteries explode,
yeah, of
and
course.
and if they see a wheel that has, okay, this is waterproofed,
Hmm.
and it's safe,
Do you
as in
think?
the
Do you think?
battery is safer, I feel like people will go with the safer option instead of going with a cheaper wheel.
Do you think today we can say the AUCs are waterproof or water resistance? Because I think, yeah, because the way you put it,
It's a good
yeah, but
question.
do you know, because you tell something that maybe is going to give you a problem, because you are saying they are waterproof, and the
So
people is going to say, oh, I'm going
yeah,
to buy this one, it's waterproof.
with the V13, it's saying it's water resistant, waterproof
Uh-huh.
for whatever, waterproof 65 or whatever they call it.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that wheel, yes, it's waterproof. The The same thing with the EX30. We just got to see how when we get it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, we are the test dummies, and all we
Yeah.
have to do is experiment.
Mm-hmm.
When we got the Sherman Max and Sherman OG, that's what we did. We
Mm-hmm.
got the wheel, we
Mm-hmm.
we rode it through rain, we figured out where the water is leaking through, and
Mm-hmm.
silicone.
Yeah.
Silicone is your best friend.
Yeah, that is another thing we're going to talk. I think is important for the people is out there, guys. I was with my AUC and I was in a ride with guys very close to a river. And watch it, guys, with rivers because that's why group rides I don't do it anymore, like I do it before. And the guy at one moment he jumped from his a scooter, and my tire touched his tire, and my wheel was inside of the river. I don't know how many seconds, and I was riding to catch the wheel, but 1 week before I open all the wheel and I make silicone everywhere.
It saves you, man.
My friend was no water inside. The only thing was damaged. It was the to put it on and out was with a little water. The
Oh,
rest, because I put it silicone everywhere, was saved. That was
those
my luck.
so that happened too a couple years back, and the guys they were riding by like a pier,
Hmm.
and the guy lost control, and his wheel landed inside the water, and it's salty water because it's by the ocean.
Ooh, that is the worst.
Yeah, it's stupidity. Guys called. They left the batteries in the garbage. The New York guys picked it up, brought it back to New York, and the fucking battery exploded in one of the guys'
Ooh,
apartments.
that
Burnt
is
down
not
his
good.
whole apartment. It's horrible.
Last year was these 2 years was a guy here from our community, from UK. He's a big rider, and happened the same things, guys. Do you think today there is something that we can say I can have my PV in my home, and there is something that I can stop when it starts to burn?
So I don't know if you keep track of like technology and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
right now they came out with sodium batteries.
Mm-hmm.
They are a little bit heavier than lithium batteries, but they're in mass production right now. They're better in two ways. They charge in 15 minutes to full.
Oh.
They have more power,
Mm-hmm.
and the only thing that we lose on is weight.
Okay.
So we gotta just wait. Obviously Tesla and all the other
Mm-hmm.
electrical companies are buying these because they're supposed to be safer. They're not
Mm-hmm.
supposed to blow up
Mm-hmm.
into fireworks inside your house. But Gotway, they came out with the the batteries that they don't smoke, they don't do anything, they just kind of like puff, and that's
Okay.
it.
Oh, that's good too.
Um, but you lose on on the amount of miles that you can ride on the wheel. So
That is you as a rider and working with the companies and testing and everything. Do you see what the people is always looking to buy? What's the important thing for the guys who are
so
wanting to
in
buy?
New York, it's speed. In New York,
Speed and range.
whatever goes fast and whatever goes far. They don't care if it's safe. They don't care if it's proven. They just want they
Is
want to go fast, and that's it.
the people ask you about the weight, or that is the one question that is not going to be
They do ask you about the range. It's not too much since New York, the island itself, it's around 14 miles, 18 miles long. You can get from top of Manhattan to the bottom of Manhattan easily on most PVEs,
Mhm.
but it gets boring to ride in the same area,
Mhm.
nonstop. So people want that range so they can go out. Okay, let's go to Jersey. Let's go to Bear Mountain. Let's do a long distance ride and charge in midway somewhere in the mountain. You know,
Let's put it this way. For you, what is the nicest place for you to ride when I come visit now in New York?
Yeah,
What is the place that you say, Nelson, you have to go with your EUC to this place?
I love taking a ride to Nyack, which is around 41 miles north of New York.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically cross the George Washington Bridge to get to
Mm-hmm.
Jersey, and you take like a mini highway all the way up. And the ride up is just, the roads are so smooth. You see the water, you see the trees.
Uh-huh.
I'm stuck in the damn city all day long. I don't all I see is concrete and damn glass, you know? So seeing some nature is like, woo, like a child, you know?
Yeah, like in paradise. So that is very good.
Like
Let's
for
put.
you probably you come to the city like, whoa, this is awesome. I'm tired of
No,
this.
my friend, I
Oh,
don't. I live outside of the city because I work in the city. I'm a cook, and believe it, I just want to go out of the city. The city is too
yeah,
much mess, too much confusion. So where I live, my friend, is illegal to ride. I've come from Portugal, but I live in Germany. But
okay,
believe it or not, in Germany, if they catch you riding a PV, you're not going to go to jail, but you're going to lose your PV. You're going to have lots of taxes, but you're not going to go to that. It's stupid things that I hope that the government here in Europe put it everything together. But talking about you, Turbo, do you think hope after, let's say, 10,000 miles from the full potential of the V800, do you will be unlocked?
um, it's all depending on how the company really wants to work with the writers. You know, obviously, got way over the last couple of years. They did not want to work with us, and now they're working better with the people that actually ride the
Mm-hmm.
unicycles. Now it's all up for Emotion. If they really want to work with us, I contacted Emotion in the last couple of months to see if I can work with them to help them create a good race wheel, so that people start looking at this more than just like a little hobby. This can be something more and
Okay,
get the
great.
community a little bit better.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think they have to work with you guys. If they don't work with you guys, they are not going to achieve nothing. If they think with the riders in China they're going to solve the problems, the riders in China they just make nice videos, and these videos of 1 minute or 30 seconds, they are just showing something that you riders like you, like most of
Yeah,
the guys who ride a lot, they make the all the tests, because the
yeah.
test is not just that. What they show there is very beautiful for you to see. Oh, but when it comes to the hands from you guys, they're
I
going to
just
see
I
the
just feel
reality.
like I just feel like everybody's so small out there. Every single time you see a person on a wheel, it's like, is that a child?
Okay, I know I have good friends from there. They are big. But
They're
that's,
two great people. They're great people, but they have to find a person that's like 6 foot, 200
yeah.
pounds. Test it, write it hard.
Yeah, but the problem is these guys they work for the companies. Do you understand? And they are
Yeah,
not there
they
to
can't
show
get
you.
hurt.
Yeah, they are not there to show you the reality. They are selling one product,
Yeah,
and not, they're not going to put what is negative. And what they sell about 1 month ago, they make in competition against the what they're going to sell in the next month.
yeah,
And that's the problem. Sometimes I like me, I was very confused because in the beginning my idea was I wanted Sherman Max, then came the lots of big goats, and then came the V13. I was very interested in a V13, but then I see that it's too big for me. Sorry guys, that is not what I want. And then come the Sherman X, and then comes now the S30, and then comes I don't know how many going to come. And you come to a moment you say you are like,
I want them all. I want
yeah,
them
yeah,
all.
we want them all, my friend, but we cannot have them all. Look at the prices today.
I know, it's crazy. So, me, my wife, when I got a couple months back, I got pretty bad injured, and my wife was like, "If you don't stop riding these wheels,
Hello,
I'm gonna." Oh,
McFly.
what's up, McFly? How's everything? That's one of the guys from Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
Uh, my wife, she told me that she was gonna leave me if I don't stop riding these unicycles, and now she rides. Come, no,
Come here. You have to come
no,
here. Come here. Say hello to us.
she doesn't want to. She's shy.
My wife is the same, my friend. So
Yeah.
let's put it this way: you are talking about your wife. Is
Yep.
your wife today?
That's my
Is your
son.
Yeah? Come here, my friend.
Hi.
That's my oldest.
Are you riding or not?
No.
No, sadly not.
The style of life. You young
Yeah.
guys.
He
In a
seen me fall and get injured, so he's like,
Yeah,
"No, I'm
doesn't
fine."
look too nice.
Is other things.
Maybe
I
more
just
like
want to put you put this like the simple way. Do you think now we are talking about your wife? Do you think we're going to see more and more ladies doing this sport in the future?
Oh yeah, I think so. It's a great way to, even to connect with your partner. You're riding around, visiting places. She was always walking. Now
Hmm.
she hates walking. She rather just hop on the wheel and just ride. It gets her to point A to point B quicker. She gets to see more things, and then
But she's
afterwards
riding now.
she rides a Nicola.
Okay, my wife is more skateboard. She
Okay.
is more safety in electro skateboards. She's
Yeah.
a balance boards. I think is the bigger problem. That's why it was easy for you and your wife to start in a EUC. It was easy.
For me, I just got on the wheel and I was riding it. I don't know
Okay.
how. I don't know what was going on. I was capable of doing it.
Hmm.
My wife, she took a little bit of practicing in the backyard, just against the wall, going back
Hmm.
and forth, but she caught on pretty quickly too.
Do you think there is any specific thing that you need to learn how to ride AUC? Because like me, I talk about me. When I start riding my AUC, was very difficult. I take 2 weeks training, I could not catch that. I was like,
I feel like if you have the right person to teach you,
yeah, that's why. That's
so
why I
the
come. And then I
me,
was in an event in
yeah,
other country, and the guy came to me, "Hey Nelson, you never going to try AUC?" And I say, "I try in my home. I never." He said, "What? 2 weeks and you don't do?" I say, "I damage my legs and everything, and I give up." And the guy come here, and 5 minutes later, I was riding AUC.
yep. So it's all about, how you mount on the wheel. So what I advise people, that if you want to get on a wheel, don't try to ride it right away. Just turn it on, put your foot on, get comfortable with one foot on it, just a little bit, move it back and forth, a foot backwards, a foot forwards, just standing on it
Hmm.
with one foot against the floor. Then grab a pole and just try to hop from one foot straight on the wheel, so both your feet, and get that feeling of hopping off the wheel, hopping on the wheel, on and off, on and off. And then after that, after you get used to that, what you want to do is have your foot off, kind of
Hmm.
kick off with your foot, and get your foot on, and then get off. Kick off like a skateboard in a way.
Yeah. Do
And
you
then
think?
your mind starts kind of clicking, and
Mhm.
then it's just out
It's
of
like
nowhere, like, hey,
bicycle.
I
I
can
think
ride.
it's like the same like bicycle. Your brain has to say
Yep.
okay, because the brain. I was talking about
It's
that
a
in one.
powerful muscle, but it
Yeah,
needs to
yes.
be exercised.
Your brain is telling you stop, stop, stop. Watch it. Is and you have to lose. Yeah, and you have to concentrate. For me, I was impressed because I was like, I was 2 weeks in my home, breaking myself, and I came here. I broke my legs. I do everything wrong, and then I come to this guy, and this guy in 5 minutes is putting me riding a AUC.
Yep.
And you say that is not. I think you need. That's why I think you need the right person to teach you the
Yep.
right direction, because
It,
sometimes
Me and
most
my
of.
wife are going to be doing classes for people. If you want to start learning to ride, I'm going to have a wheel for you. You can
Mhm.
just come, and we'll go to
And
my
how
bike
can the
for
how can the people reach to you guys, or how can the
on,
people?
on Instagram. Just
Okay.
hit my Instagram up or
Okay.
EUC underscore fairy.
Just put it here. So guys, I'm going to leave the link there. Hello. What is it? Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm going to leave the link. Is Turbo EUC New York?
Yep, and then my wife's is EUC fairy. It's in the description. If you click, it's in my description right there. Yep,
Yep.
that one. And that's my wife's. If you like to reach out to us and just figure out how to get started, you can ask us questions.
We
Anything,
see.
we're always willing to reach out and talk to you guys and give you guys any kind of advice that you guys need.
Your wife is going to be is going to come here to the live stream. I'm going to catch her. You have to talk with her, not with me. Is another lady is doing the interviews, and I'm going to reach to her, and she have to come here and speak a little bit because we need more lady riders.
Yeah.
We're going to have next month lots of ladies coming. I think it's going to be the biggest month of ladies who are going to come here. Most of them, because we have to spare. We have to bring more ladies to this sport. I think most of the people
Definitely agree with that.
I think it's like this. Most of them, what I speak, they are afraid. They don't know what is a PV. They don't know. They just think, "Oh my God, oh that has 4 wheels and a motor is going to be difficult for me." And we have to show that is a lots of ladies there riding today, and that is not a dangerous sport. Is not a men's sport. That is for all of us, and we have to grow that and change the mentality of lots of people who are afraid to try it.
Even if you look at the professional scooter racers, there's mostly females and they're dominating that sport. You know,
Yeah, and that is the yeah. You see the race there from the ladies there, and they are. We see the last race where you was. We're going to talk about that now. You see how the ladies how they jump, how they ride in the street, how they ride off road,
Oh,
how they do the tricks and everything. That is
oh
not
yeah.
just
That's
a
what my
joke.
wife is doing now. She's learning all the like one leg tricks.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
she already learned speed, so
yeah. You don't have no chance. I'm going to write tonight to you, and you're going to have to come to the. You don't want to show it now in the camera, but I'm going to bring it.
she's laughing
Don't,
sitting next
yeah,
to
you
me.
can laugh. I'm going to write to you tonight. Don't worry. Don't do the interviews. It's going to be another. There's two ladies here with us, and they know a lot of that. And I think it's fantastic to see two ladies speaking about this sport.
Yep.
Ladies with ladies, and it's not because he's a man doing an interview or something like that, but I think that the intention here from this channel is for us to bring all of us together. Don't
Yep.
matter
To
who is going to
grow.
make the interview and everything. That is not the
Listen,
important thing.
we might live across the country, across the world, but we're one big family.
Yeah, yeah, we are, my friend. And
We have to stay together and make the world better and
uh,
make the world realize that PVEs
today
are
you are what's
an
interview?
amazing thing. You know.
You are close to the 300 interview now we have here with riders, and believe it, my friend, we are coming in a good. I tell again to everybody's out there, if you want to, if you love this sport and you have a little time, guys, open a YouTube channel or Facebook channel. Is at the same. Make interviews with riders. Explain to everybody out there what is a PV and everything. Don't think about money. Do it for love and try to make this community big. I just do it this because. So first of all, I'm speaking with him today. I learned so much from him today. You're going to learn so much from every person who comes here. In these 300 interviews, it's like I'm in school. I'm learning with all of you guys, and I think everybody comes to these interviews. They understand, and like ladies, sometimes I see the ladies' interviews, and I have just a fantastic place because the ladies how they speak, they specify the everything better than us men's.
Oh
We
yeah.
we want everything fast and okay, let's go, and
So
the
hold on.
lady.
Let me ask you a question. Did you wear the Giants shirt for me because I'm from New York?
No, my friend, it's just I'm a big guy, and I'm a big guy, and this one is not easy to find T-shirts for my and that was in promotion, and I buy it. It's not because I don't know nothing
I
about.
thought you wore it for me. I was like, oh, I'd appreciate it. That's my favorite team, you know.
Oh, you see, yeah, okay, sorry, that was I don't want to tell that. No, my friend, but I like the Giants, but I buy it because I love the T-shirt. I think it's good, and
They
it's
have comfortable clothing. It's the same
yeah,
thing
yeah.
with this. It's like really airy. It's the
Hmm.
Red Pride shirt.
Yeah, yeah, you have to send me one day. I
Oh yeah, I
received
got
from
you.
I received one from
Zen Lee.
Zen Lee. He offered
Yep.
me. I want to put it here. I'm very sad that he's not doing so much things today with all of us. He's a little. He was one of the guys who make lots of propaganda for the AUC around the world with these channels, but now he's so silent and everything, and it's very sad because
I have my mixed opinions with Zen Lee, but you know that's my opinion.
no, it's no problem, my friend.
Yeah.
Opinions. You can, and
What's
everybody can share his opinion. It's like I know that was a big discussion. I know that was a big discussion when the event was over because he shared his opinion. The people was not. Some guys say
Well,
I.
that is fine. I just feel like that could have been more private.
Mhm,
It didn't have to go so mainstream. It just
mhm.
felt like he was trying to seek for attention.
A little small.
And you know, I don't know. I have a different opinion
Yeah,
for
but
people.
opinions, my friend. We are in a free world. Opinions, each one can have it. Simple
Yep.
like that, and we have to respect.
Yep.
I don't agree everything with him. Lots of people don't agree lots of things with me, and I think he's like this. With me, he was very kind. He
No,
was
he's a
one.
great person. He's a great person.
He was one of my first guests. When I say when I came turbo for you to understand when I start this here, I started because I think we put lots of money from our pocket to have the enjoy of these PVs. And most of the people I was seeing in YouTube is just people who was making reviews, and nobody was talking about you, about your experience. Nobody was talking about riders. And
Yep.
I was like a guy. I said, okay, I would love to see talking about us.
Yeah, and I love what you're doing.
Do
It's a
you
great
understand
way
what
to
I
learn.
mean?
Yep, it's a great way to learn the rider and the
Yeah,
rider
my
to
friend,
be
and
kind.
different opinions, huh?
Yep.
Because today you make me so confused because I learned yeah, but that's what I need for the person who come to the interview. You talked me about the Sherman X. You told me about the original gang Sherman, and the different from the Max. Something most of the guys don't talk about it, and I think
Yep.
that is very sad because you out there we need these explanations like you told to us today. And sometimes the people don't know what they are buying.
Yep. So in the future, I'm planning on doing a little skit on all the wheels on my Instagram, explaining every wheel, so that when people buy a wheel, they can. It's a quick 30-40 second video explaining the wheel.
But don't forget about this, my friend. You're going to have then positive feedbacks and negative feedbacks,
Oh
and you
yeah.
have to be prepared for that. Because believe it or not, I do this here as fun, and sometimes what I receive as message is not so kind.
Oh, I know, man. I know. I what
There's stupid
you,
people there, huh? Believe it
do
or
you
not, huh?
know? Do you know EVX? He's a
Yeah.
YouTuber. Yeah, he about a year and a half ago he had a race in New York City called the Alley Cat,
Mm-hmm.
which was he gave us 7-8 points in New York City. We had to
Mm-hmm.
go to those points, clock ourselves in, and get to the final point and get
Mm-hmm.
there first. Obviously, New York is it's a big city full of people. It's a race. We're not gonna stop on red lights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've gotten on my YouTube death threats, hoping that my family dies.
That
Like
is so
for,
stupid, my friend. I
yeah,
was seeing the discussion in
Black Cobra.
Black Cobra with Paul and with him,
Yeah,
and I was there was washing the clothes in the middle of. That is not good for all of us, and I think we have to is not always right, and I don't like that. I put my point there, I write it. I think Cobra he tried to uh, put everything in it. I know that he's a big friend from the AX. I don't know. He has this.
EVX
Yeah,
Mickey.
yeah, Mickey. And sometimes I don't agree with everything from him, my friend.
Yeah, Mickey has a strong opinion, and he tried to do well with the community like you are right now, and the community kind of turned their back on him, and instead of saying he's good, he wasn't getting the reputation that he wanted, so he said screw it, I'm just gonna,
Yeah, but you have
which
to
he did right,
say
I get it, but
but he did something. I don't agree. I support and everything. I think he has a fantastic channel, and I know that. But I think sometimes when you mix, there is a white guy in a group of making propaganda for that is bad too, my friend. Sorry.
yeah, that
The
that
way you
that
put
was
the
very
words, the
very
way you
wrong.
put the words, that was the only thing. But I say to everyone, I was not finding right for them to have the discussion in public in a
Yeah,
video. I think they could put that the two
on
of
the
them
side.
together,
Yeah,
and I think that was wrong. That like him, he could not go to other place because the people were saying, I kill you if you go to this side of the of New York if you go like this." And I think that is not fair. I think that is not the way to solve. That is going to make us separated. We have to be together in all the reasons, and
listen, New York in general, it's a very separated
I know that, my friend.
community, and
But we have to change it. That's why we are
it's
here, my friend.
impossible.
I know that. I don't want to put it out.
Unfortunately, in New York, it's like unless we build another community on the side that is different people with kind-hearted people that don't talk
But
shit about each other, and
but Tubo, let's put it this here, this way. I need you. I need you because you are intelligent person who knows what you are talking about, and the community need you. I think it's fantastic what you're going to do with your wife, and I think it's fantastic what you're going to do in your Instagram. But there is people in the back of one computer, they don't know how to write a AUC or a skateboard, and
yeah,
just go there inside of in the other side. They don't show his face, and they start to make critics what you are doing because you are talking about this wheel, and the guy hates this wheel, and you say, "Oh, you are a piece of shit. You are like this or like this," and you say, "Hey, man." It's just opinion, but the opinion today is so hard, and sometimes it's a person who don't have nothing to do with us.
yep,
But I think we need guys like you. We need guys like Paul, like all of them, like Black. Uh, I don't
Black
like to
Cobra,
call them.
Mickey.
Yeah, I think we need all of them, but we have to work together. I have some disagreements with the guys here in Europe, but I always tell guys, we have to work together, because if you are going in separate ways, that's not going to work. About in August. September. In September was a meeting of all the groups of Europe. It was 134 groups together in this day. Most of them they don't know about each other. Most of
Yeah,
them they don't know about nothing, and that was the beginning. Today I have a different contact with the persons. I know they don't like me, or they like me less, or they are in a different country or in a different state. But now they understand how important it is for us to be together.
yeah.
And I know the groups in Telegram that they hate this and they hate the other one, and I think that is not the
It's
right
all
way.
gonna hit the fan when, like, in United States, they start banning these PVEs.
Yeah, but that you need to be together. guys, because
Exactly. That's when people are gonna get together.
but
When
then
they know
it's going to be too late, my friend.
exactly, but people don't understand that.
Yeah, Turbo, I'm going to tell you like this. I live in one country is illegal, but is illegal. I don't want to stay in this, but is illegal. Why
What
is
is it?
illegal?
Different.
Why is illegal? Is because there is no laws. It was not created, but
Yeah.
was not never banned. That means you have to have insurance to ride a electro or something with motor. You have to have because it's not legal. Is because you don't have insurance. But in like you guys, you can ride. If one day they banned, they're not going to come back again. With us, we can come to legal because it's not illegal. It's a different thing. But
Yeah.
you guys, if one day the state say is illegal from now, it's going to be very difficult to turn that back.
Yeah.
That's why I speak with most of the guys. I say, guys, look, what is the problem with us? We cannot ride. If the police catch us, they're going to take it. Use your freedom. I'm telling to all of you guys around the world,
Oh
if
yeah.
you can do something, do it together. Put the difference of you guys. I don't like this, I don't like that. But in this moment, I read a lot. I'm in lots of groups around USA. And believe it or not, what I'm listening is lots of places they want to shut you guys out.
Oh yeah. Well, in New York, they're already slowly starting to do it.
Yeah, I'm just telling. I don't want. I know that lots of people. Oh, Nelson is always telling about that. But he's 7 years here in New York. They are trying to do. They're never going to do it. Believe it. It's just coming an idiot guy and say we're going to put it out. Then you're going
It
to have
takes
problem.
one
Yeah,
person.
my friend. That is just a guy who hates you guys or hate this sport or there is a. Oh, we put it like this. A guy dies or kid or something like that. That is boom like a bomb. Believe it or
So
not.
two years ago, we have in New York City we have a bad problem with illegal mopeds.
Mm-hmm.
Mopeds that run on gas without registration. They're supposed to be after 50 cc's. They're supposed to have registration, but they're 150 and they don't. Like 2 years ago, an actor died because she got hit by them.
Ooh.
In New York City, you can find a video probably of
I find it a
cops,
lot.
cops tackling these
Yeah, yeah.
guys on mopeds and getting rid of these mopeds, but they're
Mm-hmm.
still around. It's only like 3-4 months that they do this, and then everything goes back to normal, which
Yeah.
is which is weird. And that's what people in New York think that's what's gonna happen. Oh, they're gonna ban EUCs for 3 months. We're just gonna stay off the streets for 3 months, and then after 3 months we'll come back and everything will be good. It's not gonna happen like that. It's not.
Guys, believe it or not, guys, in Germany, in Europe, Netherlands, Germany, Belgium, France, not France, UK, uh, they are all banned. In the beginning, everybody was like, ah ha ha, there's no problem. But now, because you see more videos in internet, you see more stuff, more people riding. Because about 5 years ago, we was talking in the beginning, you don't see no PVs on the streets. Today, you see PVs around the world and every place. The police know that you are there. The
Yep.
police know what is a PV. For 5 years ago, you know that the police see you. Oh, interesting. Is that electric?
What
Oh,
is
nice.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah, how
yeah.
does that work?
Yeah. And can I try it? And something like that. Today, here, like in Europe or in UK or in Australia, only in Asia. There's some countries in Asia is illegal too, and in Australia, some side of Australia is legal. Sometimes some states are illegal. So
Yeah.
what happened? The police know what is a PV, and when they catch you, they take it. The fines goes here in Germany to 4,000 euros, my friend. That is a lot. So, but
Yeah.
continue to this, my friend. I don't want to make. We are see. We are was talking about 1 hour. We are close to 1 hour. But before that, so let's talk about this because I think it's important. How can you describe this event in your words?
It was amazing.
I'm just going to put this because this here is like everything together.
Mhm.
I just want to say to Big Boy who put this video together. just to showing everybody a little.
Yep. It was
Describe it for you, my friend.
it was an amazing experience. Meeting everybody, seeing everybody again. This was the biggest event that we had in United States. Over 50 unicycles riders came out. Over 20 border riders came out. It was just an experience of a lifetime.
What is that from EUC?
Yeah, that's the M10 one. That's what started all of it.
With my weight is going to broken, my friend.
Oh no, trust me, it's still good.
That this girl is. That is
Yup,
the. I love this girl.
yep. EUC
EUC,
girl, she's
EUC
so
lady.
talented and she's such a
Yeah,
sweetheart.
and his father helped her so much.
Yup, her father is a great influence
Father
on
is the
her.
yeah. The father is the one who put everything together.
Yup, he's a
Of
great
course,
guy. Their whole
of
family is amazing. They
of
talk.
course, you have to say she is good.
Oh, she's amazing.
She can ride.
She's the prodigy.
Yeah, yeah.
She's gonna make this sport a real sport. If
We are talking.
anybody else can do it, she absolutely can make this into a big sport.
You are saying like today. I'm talking about her in AUCs. Then you have Zoe in One Wheels. You have lots of kids coming now. Before that was a sport for. Okay, we have to talk about this. The price was not very. How can I put it? Buying a PV, you need money. The young
Yeah,
people, it was not easy to buy a PV like today. Today, the families has more money to invest to the kids, and
yeah,
they are seeing that is not a so bad sport for the kids. Ooh,
yep, yep. Speed wobble,
that is no chance.
speed wobble. It's horrible. It's the worst thing. When that happens, is the best thing to do is just loosen up and make sure that the wheel just it's itself and not you on top of it. You know.
Yeah, but my friend, describing this, you seeing this here, so many good riders there because
Oh
was
yeah, it was
very
amazing.
good riders.
Listen, I thought I was good, but I guess I'm just good in traffic. These guys are different kind of breed on the track.
That's the problem from all of us. Uh, but you
Yeah.
seeing you seeing
Mhm.
you seeing from last year and you see this year the difference from riders. What you think is going to happen? The next event they're going to make it from this. Do you think it's
Oh,
going to?
it's just more and more riders that are all over the states that are really into this sport and ride hardcore. They're just gonna start showing up because
We,
it's just becoming more and more competitive. More and more people that are insanely good riders just coming out, and you don't look at them.
do you like to see this event growing
Oh
around
yeah,
Europe,
oh yeah.
USA?
I want this to become like almost every other month type of thing.
Hmm.
Like we're looking out in tracks on the East Coast. It's kind of harder for us to get stuff on the East Coast because the East Coast is a little bit more populated than the West
Hmm.
Coast.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
So we're looking for tracks. It's so expensive out here, so it's kind of not worth it. But if we get more riders to come out and more riders to
Do you have
support,
tracks? Do you have good tracks where you live? Good
they're
places to.
far further, yes, but then we have good tracks, yeah.
Okay, because that is the
But it's just
important thing.
it's expensive. It's like 14 to $16,000 a day.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
that's the
not
problem.
anything that 100 riders can
And
put
that
in.
is the big problem. That is the big problem, my friend. I was like, there is going to be an event not close to me, around 500 miles from us,
Yeah,
and the guy put $50 per person to come to the event, and
yeah.
everybody was like, "Oh, that is too much money." And I say, "Guys,
Listen, we charge
do
100,
yeah,
125.
yeah, yeah, yeah." And I say,
Look at the
"Guys,
amount of people that would show up.
yeah, yeah," and I say, "Guys, do you know how much costed to rent in a weekend a place like this? We are not talking in a week. We're talking in a weekend.
Yeah,
Huh? That's the time they can make money. Then they want money too.
Yep.
And the people, most of them, they are not interested in. They tell, oh, $50. I say, guys, $50 is nothing.
Yep.
That is expensive. And look into
But listen,
this.
that $50 is worth it for the experience, the time that you're gonna spend with
Yeah.
everybody. Um, it's just it's a great time. I've never had so much fun. I didn't even go out there to fully compete. I just wanted to see how the track is and like what to train for after everything is good with me. Um,
This guy from New York, my friend, that he was racing and he fall in end. He take the fall in end. Yeah, this guy here. This guy is crazy riding. He don't use
yeah,
no gears. He don't use. He's from New York, right?
with show.
Yeah.
He's from the Bay. His parents live in New York, but he moved to the Bay to do for school.
Uh huh.
And it's funny. There's a little story behind him. He came to New York for like the summer,
Uh
and
huh.
that's when he started riding unicycles. He went out to the Bay, learned all the tricks of New Yorkers, and now all the Bay riders are insane because they do the same thing that New Yorkers are doing, but better.
But the guy, he don't use protections. I see him fall one time, and his
No,
back
he
was.
doesn't. He has a technique of falling. He
Mm-hmm,
does the roll.
mm-hmm.
He doesn't really catch the ground, you know. I've seen him fall many of times, even on the streets of New York. He just rolls and turns, and it's like,
What do you use as protections?
I'm
Not
fully geared.
in the day.
When I do deliveries, I
Mm-hmm,
usually put my knee pads and my elbows
mm-hmm.
and my hands just in case I fall. But when I'm racing, I'm fully geared. I have my full
Yeah.
chest. I have my butt pads. I have my under pads on my in my clothes. Then I have my knee pads. I just try to minimize any kind of fall. I can't.
I just tell to everybody, guys, if you are riding something that you don't have, that you are riding electric, like a AUC or one wheel or a skateboard, protection in your hands, my friend. The first thing you're going to go is your hand is going to fall. I have the example. My hand here is completely broken,
Oh my
and
god!
yeah, my friend, I have so big accident in my lacrosse, and believe it or not, guys, use protections. Protections is
I'm looking for a picture of my hand when I didn't have protection on my hand.
before you go. I just show for you guys. It's not easy to show it, but believe it or not, my hand is this today, and I cannot move my hand again like before. My hand is just going to go like this. So if you see the other one, is the difference, guys.
Gear is annoying to put on. I know, but trust me, it
Save you guys.
saves you.
Believe it or not, if you are out there,
Yeah, give it to me.
give it, please use gear. In this day, I have my accident. I was with friends, and the guys will say, "We're just chilling, riding. We are not going to go fast. It's no
My
problem."
wife, my wife cut
Give
out
me a
on.
second. Give me just a second.
All right, go ahead.
No, no, yet. No, no. Let me change here, and yeah,
So
no.
my wife cut out. You see on her helmet
Uh huh. Yeah.
where she hit
With his
her head
face.
here, hit
Yeah.
her head here, hit her head here,
Uh
all over.
huh.
If she wasn't wearing this, she probably wouldn't be here today.
Yeah,
It's
my friend.
crazy.
In this day, I have my accident. I normally use these small helms with no front face,
Yeah,
the full
we
helm.
don't see you right now. Change the camera.
Yeah, I went to change it. Uh, uh, and in this day, I don't know what happened. I don't put no gear, but I put my full helm. And believe it, when you see my helm, because I was with the Ruroc, that is a piece of shit.
Yeah, I don't trust Ruroc.
So
They're nice looking helmets,
yeah,
but
they are very good for you to take a picture.
yeah, that's about it.
So, and believe it, guys, but he saved me because I hit with my my face and I hit with my hand. and I hit with my shoulder and everything. That's why, if you go for a small ride, guys, make the gears. Here, look at this. Yeah, look. I just tell you guys, just make in your hands and a helm. That is that is going to be the first time. Is going to when you fall, is going you're going to go like this because
Knees are big too.
yeah, yeah,
Trust me.
yeah.
You don't want to have any knee surgery. You don't
Yeah,
want
yeah, yeah. I have
knees
here
are
my I have
horrible.
my shoulder too in the same accident is going to happen, guys. In
It
bicycles and
happens.
everything can happen. But if you can have a protection, do it.
You can be
Just
the
do it.
most experienced rider in the world. Something can happen, and
Yeah.
you have no control over it. It's better to be safe than sorry. Listen, those medical bills are expensive, and those gears are not that expensive.
Yeah.
So spend $500 on good gear or $7,000 on a surgery. Your choice, brother.
Ralph Schenk is here, is a guy from Netherlands, and that was a big discussion. I talk about that, but I'm going to talk just a little. The guy we was in WhatsApp group, and the guys was talking about AUC, which AUC should I buy, and 3,000, 4,000. Then comes to the subject, oh, protection helm, with helm should I buy? And the guys, I'm going to buy just this one. And the guy came and say, okay, you buy a machine of 4,000 euros, and then protection, you buy it for 50 bucks.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
Don't make no sense. That
It
makes
doesn't
no
make any
sense.
sense. No.
That is like, yeah, we are seeing this lady because she won the race
Yeah,
there too. She
that's
is the
Grace.
same team from you.
Yeah, that's
and,
great.
and
Oh no,
that
that's
is
Kelly. Sorry.
and the guy in the back is the guy is
Shibby.
jumping the sky.
Yeah, that's her boyfriend.
Yeah, yeah, they do it a lot. She's more off-road today than she is riding on the streets. The
Oh
two of
yeah,
them, they are crazy. I don't know who is the one who's going to be. I
very
love
good
to
to
see her
go.
now doing more tricks. She's doing lots of tricks.
Yeah, she had a really bad accident
Yeah,
last
about
year on a
yeah last
Surron.
year. Yeah, yeah, it was.
Yeah, she had surgery on her
Mhm.
shoulder, and it was bad.
But
But
it's good
I'm
to
glad
see.
she's back and strong.
His grace. That's why I think it's nice to see like you and your wife, the two of them ride the same thing together,
Yeah,
and that is nice to see. Like,
yeah, they're good friends. They never met each other, but they talk
mhm,
to each other almost on the daily, which is fun.
and I think we're just seeing here another guy from your team. How
Yeah.
many guys was from your team?
We had around, I would say, 7 people.
Okay,
Yeah,
in categories from ladies was two.
there was 2 girls from the ladies. Yes.
Okay, and from you guys four.
Yep.
Four. Yeah, that was the maximum from the each team can bring. Guys, four guys, and ladies, two ladies, or ladies were more.
Yeah. There was people that were just representing.
Okay,
He's
and what?
also representing Willie Dope. He's
Mhm.
also a really good guy. Great contact creator on Instagram.
Let me put it this way: Do you do you think in the future we're going to see the categories of kids? Because I think was not so many propaganda, or was not so many kids there. But don't you think it
Oh
will be
yeah,
great? Will be great to
definitely.
see the kids coming and racing
I,
against
I
with.
think I think definitely we will have more kids. We also had a race amp games earlier last year,
Mhm.
and there was a kids race there. There was around 4 kids racing,
Okay.
and it was a good time. They loved it, and a kid from New York City, he was out there, and he's practicing all year this year. He's
Okay.
going there to win next year.
Yeah, that is good. I think that is a good thing for all of us. Uh, we are coming now to 1 hour 30, my friend. I want to ask you some fast questions, fast answers. First of all, day or night ride? What is the best for you?
I like day.
Okay. What type of tire do you like more? What is the
I
size?
like street tires. My setup is usually the Michelin Pilot Sport 2. That's my tire to go. Uh, More rounder profile, easier to carve back and forth to turn your wheel from side to side.
What is the best one? What is the best AUC with suspension and without suspension in a moment for you. Don't
Right
forget,
now,
guys, we are asking for him, not.
my wheel to go without suspension is obviously the Sherman, the first Sherman OG,
Okay,
um,
the original Gens.
the original gangster.
That was good. I'm never going to forget it.
And then for suspension wheels, I really like the V13. Just because that was one of the wheels. I don't really ride suspension wheels, so I can't really tell you guys.
Mhm,
I personally like the V13 right now. I have high hopes for the EX30 because they
mhm,
worked on the suspension pretty well, and it seems like they worked on that wheel longer than every other wheel.
mhm.
So for now, I'm gonna say the V13 till the EX30 comes out.
So I'm going to put it this way: is going to be a little. What is the three best channels in YouTube of information for AUCs that you think for the people who are?
For information, I would say Hassan.
Uh-huh.
He's a good,
Fantastic.
very good YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
He describes the wheel to his best capability
Mm-hmm.
for his own opinion.
Yeah,
Um, Mickey is another great writer for content creator on YouTube. His
mm-hmm.
videos always come out amazing. It's like a movie when you watch it.
That was the first video I see from him because he has a video in a village. He was showing how to start to ride AUC, and I was seeing this video for a couple of years ago, and
Yeah, he's very good at explaining stuff
mhm.
and just all regular stuff. And Marty is just the OG of yeah Hassan. It's that's how you say it.
But I think they are important for our channel. Then for you, my friend, for a guy is beginning today to ride, is a beginning, not experienced rider. For the
Mhm.
guys who are the beginning, what wheel do you recommend? And for experienced riders that are looking for a good wheel to buy, what is the two things that you say to the guys to?
So for a beginner wheel, I don't recommend anybody buying a brand new wheel for a beginner wheel.
Uh-huh,
Go out, find yourself a used wheel. If you find yourself a Nikola, if you find yourself a King Song 18XL, they're very comfortable wheels to start learning. They're slimmer profile. Um, that's the wheel I started learning on. I just personally think it's a great wheel to start learning on. And for more experienced riders, it's all about what you're looking for. If you're looking for uh, range and you have range anxiety, you're afraid of running out of battery and being out of where you're not comfortable in, then yes, I would go for the Master Pro. It has a lot of range, very comfortable. Although yes, it's heavy. It's a very comfortable wheel. It gets you everywhere you want to go. If you're looking for something that's more fast and more, on the speed side, I would go for the V13 or wait for and see what people think about the EX30.
yeah.
I have very high hopes for the EX30. It's a new motor, new, it's
The safety is inside. There is lots of safety inside. I think
more MOSFETs. Hopefully they work just as hard as they say.
I'm just putting here a video from the guys from New York. I think
Yep.
is
That's
nice to see.
EVX. That's
Yeah.
Chris
Hmm.
from EVX.
And I think it's important for you guys to see.
That's Mickey.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if you like it or not. I like to see videos from YouTubers. I like to see how they show the city, how they show the riders, how they show what they are doing. There is lots of guys who inspire me in the beginning. My journey, most of them was from New York and around the USA. I think USA bring this PVs to the top. These guys in Europe very good too. But I think it's wonderful for us to see how this sport grew. And so I'm just going to put a little more where the people are coming. Uh,
Yeah.
it's like this, my friend. For me, as a question, for a person is starting to write, do you think big groups or small groups?
A person that's starting to ride, I would recommend you sticking to a small group. Ride with a person that's a little bit more experienced with you and really pay attention to how he's positioning his feet and how he's moving his feet on the wheel.
Mm-hmm.
It's yes, it's a pedal that you stand on, but that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean you keep your feet plant footed the same way nonstop. You lift your foot up and down just to see how you can turn harder. You know,
Yeah,
it,
and that
it's a lot of
the
technologically.
uh-huh. Where is the places that the people can go in New York and meet most of the group rides?
If
Or
you go
group
to
rides or this type of I know there is places that the people make races, make lots of stuff.
Yeah, so if you go on Telegram and you join NYC Collective,
Mm-hmm.
EUC Collective, that's where most of the group rides are posted. That's where the
Mm-hmm.
community talks and argues with each other. So if you bored and you want to see people argue,
Sometimes you have to, my friend,
you can go
sometimes.
on that chat and just read a bunch of BS. That's just a bunch of
But
nonsense.
sometimes it's difficult to catch everything because they ride a lot.
Yeah,
You have to be fast, my friend. I'm inside there, and believe it or not, sometimes I have to. Yeah, very fast.
it's we live for speed in New York City.
Uh-huh.
So if you get left behind, you get left behind. We don't really wait for people. That's something that I don't like, unfortunately, but that's the kind of city we live in. It's
Yes,
just
yes.
keep going and don't stop.
Never sleep. Oh, he's him. I love this guy. I have the opportunity to interview
Yeah,
him, and he was one of the first ones here too. And that's why I love this guys because the channel was I don't think 40 persons uh, inside, and I contact him and I say, hey, can you come and talk a little about your experience? And he said, I'm going to be there. We have to
yeah.
support each other.
He's a very good guy.
Yeah,
Hussein is very kind-hearted. Even when I had problems with my wheel when I first started, he said, "Come by my apartment. I'll help you fix it," and he helped me
yeah.
fix it.
That is like this, and I think that is the beautiful thing is for you guys to work so much stuff together. Uh, then I'm going to put it. Another question is like this: what you think is going to happen in the next years with the PVs? Do you think that is going to grow a lot, or how do you see it, the future for the
I
PVs?
truly, I truly think PVs are just this is just the beginning for us, and it's a good strong beginning. We haven't been around for longer than a whole generation, so for us to be this far,
Hmm.
and it's 5, 6, 7 years in, I think we're in a good rolling start. But we do have to work together as a team and
Hmm.
show everybody that yes, we are riding and we are riding fast, but
Hmm.
we are responsible
Hmm.
and we're not hooligans on the street trying to cause problems. We're just here to enjoy time and get away from our problems in our own way.
If you do stupid things, guys, believe it, what he's saying is right. You're going to lose your freedoms, guys, and maybe you're not going to lose your freedom, you're going to take the freedom from the other ones, the
Yeah.
people who love this sport. That's why we have to
And
work all
always
of
think
us
about
together.
it. It's not you're representing not just yourself. You're representing everybody else. You're wearing a helmet. Nobody really sees your face. So there was a time where I was in New York City. I was riding, and a guy came up to me, and he was like, "Oh, you punched my mirror." I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" Yeah, you were riding. I saw you on this wheel. It's like, no, I was up Manhattan. I was even here. I wasn't even in Brooklyn.
Oh my
And it's
god, that
all
is,
because we all ride the same thing. So
yeah.
in the
And
end
the
of the day,
people,
your actions represent everybody else.
yeah, and the people don't know the difference like us who just look, okay, that is a AUC unicycle, then have to be this guy. And sometimes that is bad for all of us. That's why I always say to everyone, guys, if you are out there, respect the rules and try to bring us try to bring us all of us together. So my friend, putting this, how do you see the S22 in Europe? It was a gang of guys who buy it, I think 12. last month. Do you see the 22 or the 20? Uh, uh, do you see any progression? Do you see that is?
Well, they're definitely improving on the wheel. You know, they came out with the S22 Pro, which is
Mhm.
a stronger motor. They basically canceled out all their errors that they made on the S20, S22, whatever you want to call it.
That is the S20.
Basically,
That
but
is just
I think they're definitely improving really well on all the wheels that they're creating, and just like in motion, they're trying to make things safer for the person that's riding.
yeah for you, my friend. If you are in New York and you are around, if I have a problem with my machine,
Yes,
where is the best place for me to go and the people take care of me?
Sam from AI
Hmm.
iRides.
Okay.
He's a great guy. Right now he's kind of in the midst of opening up his own shop, like as in like a storefront.
Hmm.
So he's kind of busy trying to get all that situated. But he's one of the only guys that I go to fix my wheels, unless I'm too lazy to fix my wheel. You know,
Okay.
I work mostly all on my own wheels. Uh, I just feel more of a comfort knowing that I did everything correctly myself than somebody else. You know.
Do you think like me? I do the same like you. Today I do everything in my. I open it. I fix it. I clean it. Do you
Yep.
think is the people need to do that to know what they are using?
I personally do think so. There's times that people don't know certain things to do when you get on a unicycle. Like when they get on a unicycle, their air is low, they hit a bump, they
Hmm.
bent their rim. Now you got to replace the rim. A lot of people don't know when you get on the wheel, don't start riding right away. Stand still and spin your wheel side to side
Hmm.
without moving it forward. If you're capable of turning your wheel side to side gently without any hassle, your
Hmm.
pressure is good.
Okay.
If you turn and you can't turn your wheel, that means your pressure is too low. That means raise your tire pressure, or you're gonna bend your rim.
Hmm. Do you think the rims today are stronger and better?
They're
Better.
getting better. They're not strong, but they're getting better. Let's see
So,
how the EX30 is, because the
okay.
EX30 has a new rim, new thicker rim. So let's see how that holds up.
Uh, what do you think is missing for you in the AUCs that you like to see this improvement to come, in
I,
your opinion?
stronger lights. The lights, those headlights and the rear lights are like, how are people gonna see you at nighttime? How are you gonna see the bumps? They're not useful. They're just like, in my point of view, the Sherman light is the best light of all.
Yeah. Yeah, my friend, the tips is good. That's why it's good for
Yeah.
him to have him here, because that's why I love to have. When you see the conversation with me longer than 1 hour, guys, you know that is having. We are talking about serious stuff that we need for the us riders,
Yeah.
and yeah, my friend, is like I think when it's more than 1 hour, that you know, guys, that
50
is information.
psi, it's kind of strong, brother. Depending on what tire you're riding, 50 psi, that's a bit much.
You have to be a big guy, very big guy.
Yeah.
Let's talk about just one thing. Ebran, the machine from. Do you think this machine was a mistake? Do you think there is any place for this machine in?
I personally don't trust it.
So,
After they so called fix their mistakes on
uh
the
huh.
wheel just randomly cutting out, it still cuts out. I
It still cut up. I have friends. They say, Nelson, I have to sell it, and nobody wants to buy it.
Nobody wants to buy it.
And I'm
Definitely.
stick with this product that is nothing.
You're better off just taking the batteries out and try to sell the batteries yourself.
Yeah, yeah. That is so.
So that's what I did with my Commander.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I bought the Commander when it was $4,000,
Okay.
and now it's like you can buy a Commander for $2,200. Why am I going to do that if I can sell each battery pack for $500 to $400,
Mm-hmm.
and then sell the parts to people that need have the Commander, and I'll make more money than just selling the wheel. in my point of view, they got to stop fluctuating the prices on the wheels. So it's more worth it for us to buy wheels, ride it for a year, sell it to somebody that wants a wheel for cheaper than what it is. It, what they did with the pricing this year kind of aggravates all the used market out there, you know.
So expensive, my friend. It's like, and it's insane. The prices, what we are seeing, is coming. Do you think it's going to be a moment that we say, okay, that is enough, or you think that is going to be expensive and expensive and expensive? The AUCs.
I think it might keep going till like maybe 5, 6. It's all depending.
Yeah,
In the
that
end
is
of the
crazy.
day, like I'm hoping that the sodium batteries come out quicker because lithium is a lot harder to take out than sodium,
Hmm.
obviously. And if it costs less to make the battery, it will be cost less to buy the whole battery pack.
Hmm.
So I feel like the pricing will be better once we get a hand of these sodium batteries. But I don't even know if we're gonna get them in the first place. So I'm just talking shit, my opinion.
Yeah, we are talking. That's why we are here. I think the Hero was the first wheel to be
Yeah,
four
the
thousand.
Hero
Yeah,
was the first wheel to be over $4,000.
yeah, yeah.
Yep,
And
and then the Commander came out, which was a little
do you
bit.
think the Commander Pro is going to be good, or is it going to be the same thing?
I have a high expectation since they worked with Bagode this time. They're working together because Commander Pro, it's not Bagode, it's Extreme Bull,
Mm-hmm.
and now they're working with Bagode to make the Extreme Bull unicycles better because Extreme Bull also makes that K4 K5 bike.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I have higher expectations for the that wheel than what I had for the Commander.
So
I,
putting like this, we are talking like your Sherman, the Legend, the first one, the original.
Mhm.
You see the protection around the 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 Sherman
Yeah,
was the best protection ever made for
they
me.
mimicked that, so I feel like it's going to be very similar. It's all depending on the gaskets. If they used any gaskets, Gotway is known for not using any
Hmm.
gaskets. So hopefully they listen to us and put in gaskets.
Do you think like the protections for the V 13
V13.
and the protections for the Sherman, do you think they are good now? The Sherman, the new Sherman, do you think, or that I don't see him?
So the thing is, like, what I worry about with the new wheels, with the side panels being attached to the battery, you scratch the side panel, you can't just buy another side panel and put it on top. You have
That's
to
the
remove the
problem.
battery, you got to put it on. I don't truly like that option. Yes, it makes the wheel a little bit safer because the Sherman, it's metal,
Hmm.
but it's not fully tested, so nobody really has cut it out at full speed.
That's the problem.
If anybody wants to send me a Sherman to cut out,
Please, guys, contact him and send him a nice. He will do the test for you guys.
yeah, so,
We are joking about that, but of course, guys, if you are out there and you want to do it, he's going to be very happy to receive it.
oh yeah,
I just going to show a video from one guy who followed with the Sherman, and it's not very nice what you see, because when he falls, uh, the scratch is going to be in enclosure, and I think when you have 2 or 3 falls, I don't know how that is going to react in the batteries. If
metal
they're going,
bends, plastic, doesn't bend. It breaks or just absorbs the pressure. So we'll see how it all turns out.
I hope that turns better, because it's a big investment. It is 4,000 euros we are talking about, and it's not just 2 cents. We are talking about a very expensive,
Oh yeah, it's an
and
investment.
and the important thing for us is saying that there is lots of guys who make 3D things, that we can make them then the protections. Yeah.
got my 3D printer right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. That's the luck from us that we have the three things, three the that we can print and put some protections, or is going to be difficult. So, my friend, we coming close to 3 hours, 2 hours.
Two
I want
hours.
to first of all, I want to say thank you so much. First of all, to know you.
Thank you
I
for
hope
having
that everything comes good to you. I will contact your wife to bring her here. But first of all, thank you for all the tips you give to all of us. I hope that you ride safe. I hope that the guys from the companies send you a nice Sherman X for you to try it,
Oh yeah.
uh, and make a nice test, and maybe you can. Uh, I would love to see you more in Instagram, helping us, doing some, giving your opinion. I think your opinion is important for all of us.
I'm working on certain things on my Instagram, buying a little, gadgets to make the videos look nice. Just it's gonna happen. Kind of busy at this moment with life.
Yeah, but take care of you, take care of your life, my friend. First of all, take care of your family, and if you have a chance to do some shorts videos, just helping the community, I think that is going to be fantastic for all of us because I learned so much from you today. I hope that more people come to this live stream and bring so much things to the table for us to talk about it,
Yeah.
because that is just going to help our community to grow in a positive way.
Yeah.
And that goes for everyone. Safety, we talk about all the things we
Always
need.
wear your gear, guys. Just wear
Mhm.
it.
And for me, I just want to say to all of you guys, from my side, I'm going to leave you with the last words. I want to say to all of you guys who are out there, thank you for coming. I just want to share something to you guys because in 3 days, Thursday is going to be another interview that is going to be like always. We have the luck to have so many different riders around the world. We're going to have a guy from Europe, and this is a crazy guy. And this guy comes is the Vestman, is using a one wheel, but not the one wheel, is using just the inclusion from the one wheel, and the rest is all DIY. And this guy is crazy, guys. He can ride and one wheel in a different way, and he makes so much stuff. I think is easy for us, and he was the guy who reached me today, and he wants to talk like you today, explanations, bringing lots in the table for the guys who have one wheels. And I think we need these two types of guys like today. We need them here. We need to have more guys who can share and teach us and bring more things like this. From my side, I want to say, first of all, thank you so much for coming. I hope to see you again here
Of
and
course.
talking again with you. I think there is lots of things we can talk and bring into the table. I'm going to make lots of small videos because you bring lots of information, and I'm going to share with you that we can put the two of us in a media that everybody can listen to what was your opinion. I think your opinion is very good. I think lots of people don't know nothing about the Sherman, what you talk about in this table. I think lots of persons don't know a lot from the V13, lots safeties, lots, so many things. I think we need to put and share to the people, because I know when you have a video of 2 hours, nobody wants to listen, nobody wants to see it, and we make it a short one, and everybody can understand what is in a table.
Yep.
Don't stop doing. I leave you with the last words for the people who are going to see you now, or maybe for the people who are going to see the video later. The last word is for you, for your community, my friend.
Appreciate you having me, man. And I really liked talking to you for the last 2 hours. It was good to get to know you. And if everybody has any questions on how to write a EUC or any other questions on like tips or how to fix even your EUC, you can hit me up on my Instagram. I'll respond to you. If you want to reach out to my wife, if you're a girl and you don't want a guy teaching you how to ride and you want a girl you're more comfortable with a girl teaching you how to ride, you can hit up my wife. She will help you out.
I'm going
Uh,
to leave all the links, guys, there.
we're good people.
Yeah, I'm going to leave all the links, and support these guys. I know they're going to do it something like to learn to ride. They're going to make tips. They has problems like each family has it. We have to battle our lives to go the better way and to take care of our kids. You are a fighter, you and your wife. I hope that your kid comes very well in his life and has all the luck of the world. And don't lose the contact for you guys. See you in 3 days again for another interview. And I hope to see you very soon. Ride always fast, but always safe. Don't forget about the others. Yeah, that is the important thing. So, guys, bye bye. Have a good night.